Several of the talks I'm doing this year are along this theme of agile engineering practices, and one of them is a talk entitled Testing the Entire Stack. It's this realization that modern software projects are big, complicated beasts with lots of moving parts, and you have a strong desire to be able to do rigorous testing on all the different parts of your application. But that's sometimes really hard if you rely on an enterprise application server that has a really slow startup time, so it's hard to do tests against it, or you're doing functional tests and it seems like your fixtures break all the time, you get frustrated with it. This talk is a combination of tools and techniques that I've gathered over time about various ways to test and make testing less painful in these common kind of enterprise scenarios. I show tools that allow you to stub out infrastructure so that you don't have to have the infrastructure there to test. I talk about some of the testing strategies from the continuous delivery book, like fast test and slow test, and some strategies around that. I talk about pros and cons of being able to have data-dependent tests that rely on data from a database, or the alternative, which is mocking those things out, and some middle grounds like nuke and pave patterns for database. I talk about testing user interface elements and interactions between these various parts of modern software development stacks. Some of the things that I bring up don't have definitive answers in this talk, but what I'm doing is trying to highlight pros and cons and let you pick which approach works best for testing your particular enterprise stack.